situation where he's just really trying to maximize what he can.
Knock up in, arrow to follow, cleanse out, but it's a little bit late. Immediate coming in from Jackie Love, taken down. Gumayushi now trying to run the charm to interrupt anything else coming from Tian. Kuma likely to fall here. Ulti is there. Probably just a 2 for 2 in the end, but more members used by the side of TES to make that play happen. Carrier trying to escape. Owner now stepping forward in the end.
Not forced to expend the flash. Of course, T1 priority on the place. They're threatening the dive. A lot of TP.
They are ready to dive this. 369 Renekton, how strong is it? So much CC. He lives for a little bit of time, but the wave is basically deleted. T1 happy to have the donated kill. I don't think X369 was ready. TES overcommit. It's so easy for Zeus to find that flank. Baker looking to keep things up. Double knock up. Instantly Zeus in the midst of everything, and down goes Jackie Love, the one-fed member. Gone in the blink of an eye. Tian does not have enough left in the tank to finish that one. Double kill for Zeus. T1, incredible fight.
Faker truly is timeless.
Kuma and Carrier might stay for one more plate here. You can see it's about to tick down. Carrioca goes in, and immediately they dive on Carrier. Hostile takeover comes out, but Carrier will tick, and there's no way to bring him back from the dead. Zeus coming across. Carrioca has nothing left to escape, and Zeus will hit him in the back.
So you kind of look at the good news here for Pain, but why isn't it? Oh, he's getting dived.
Zeus, Gumayushi taking a tower shot here as well. Owner's on his way. How well can you juggle the aggro?
Doesn't
How are
have
your
the axe.
acrobatics? Weiser doesn't have the axe, and Owner has a fist, but Weiser almost manages to get one back. Owner tanks it well.
He needs to be careful. The threat of the dive is very real.
That's the
Probes are
equalizer.
being started, but
Pop Blossom, there's the equalizer onto Cheetah, and Curry pulled back with a base call. Zeus doesn't have to burn the flash. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, a TP coming in from Pain Gaming as they try to get Weiser out of this situation. Faker dashing back in with a soul unbound, and his fate is sealed. Faker gonna jump all the way back. Jinkato trying to dodge here in the Twilight Shroud, but even with the perfect execution, I don't know if he'll be alive for much longer. Faker holding that Q3, lands it in the end. Jinkato portion of the map. Curry looking for the flank as well. Jinkato not quite with the team yet. Zeus now joining up. There's the equalizer. Owner secures the smite. Hostile takeover. Only hits onto Weiser, but he pops the Ragnarok. Cheetan was clipped by it as well. Should be able to escape to the safety of this tower, but Carrioca does not have that same luxury. Curry misses the Spirit Blossom up towards the top side as Faker dashes back to his soul, and underneath the bot tower, Cheetan is caught out by T1. Just pulling Pain Gaming around the map. Zeus, though, Pop Blossom flash away. Glacial Prison still connects, and Zeus can put down the equalizer. Carrier flash. Hostile takeover hits onto 2. Cheetan's one of them. And goodbye, Pain. Crack through one of these inhib towers. Faker will dash back to his soul. Pain Gaming might look for a little bit of a chase here. Weiser going in, but 2 levels down. Hits another undertow. The heal coming out from Carrier doesn't have much mana left. Ragnarok. Faker left alone. Curry still chasing forward here. Jinkato trying to kill the king, and he should be able to take him down. Faker dashes back, but Jinkato small, but not to 0, I believe, is the statistical call here. Jinkato going in, though, and they found Zeus and Ono on the flank. Curry's going to get hit with a hostile takeover already. Zeus is down. What more can Pain Gaming find? The chase is on as Ono has to dash away. Jinkato's fallen as well. 2,500 on it, down to 2.5. Carrioca trying to get in, but he's locked up, and Faker dives in onto him. The Baron already secured by T1. Fate sealed onto Carrioca as well. Carrier flashing forward with a hostile takeover, matched by the equalizer. Jinkato's TPing in, but I'm pretty sure he wants to run away from this fight. It's 2 already, it's a T1. Make it 3 as Weiser falls. Jinkato tried to get something, but he will join his teammates in the fountain. He's allowing the minions to do the work here. Doesn't want to overstep in case Pain do start to collapse. TP behind, and that's what Weiser's looking to do. Zeus going to start to back away. Doesn't have the flash, though, and Jinkato is on the chase. Equalizer down. Owner going in onto Carrioca, but there's one for Pain Gaming.
It's just falling apart. 20 seconds until Zeus respawns. With so many minions sieging onto the base, T1 don't really have to do much outside of letting the minions do the work.
Weiser doesn't have Ragnarok here. He's going to Ragnarok his way into the death realm. Another kill for T1. Pop Blossom from Curry was stopped by a handshake. I think Pain Gaming are preparing themselves for the consolatory ones at the end here. The dive in by Owner onto Jinkato. The Nexus Towers falling, the hostile takeover coming out. And Pain Gaming can only watch from the fountain as T1 rip them apart. It was expected, but it was clinical from T1 as they go to 1-on-1.
No immediate follow-up. They just now spot Owner. Knight is going to get the first move, however. This could be disastrous. Perfect CC layering. Owner can't even push the ult. He barely manages to get it all the time. Faker has stolen away the ultimate. What else can he get with the dashes? Can he chase down Knight? One more now coming through. Has stolen the ult, now using it. Wants to chase, way ready to go over the wall. T1 zoning him off. Faker goes in again anyway. Flash away from the charm. It's perfect. The pop on the Q2 coming through. Faker gets another dash. Should be fine to escape. Bin coming in. He should go down. Knight gets the kill in return. He'll be able to grab that last plate, at least on this wave, as Faker and Owner trying to defend on. Well placed, well positioned. Ulti from Skarner is about to be traded here. It looks like his T1 are being caught out by the curtain call. Lockup coming in from Owner, but he might just have to give his life. Flashing out to safety. Where's the last bullet going to go? One more way looking to make the dive happen. Owner here as well. Bounce in from Zayas, trying to get away from the Skarner, knowing that CC is lethal. Impale is there, but the knockback is close. They push him away, but Zayas is still holding on. It's a 3v1, and Zayas is happy to take it. The power of Maganar keeping him standing. Beautiful from T1, and now here comes Carrier. It looks like Faker. They're uncertain the charm going to hit. Now they realize it's the Nico. A meaningful gold lead and 2 Drakes. It's nothing insurmountable as Faker about to be caught out here. Pale going in, well timed, well positioned. Charm follow-up is there. Did you not want to give him the chance to steal away Knight's ultimate? Not sure about the individual cooldown. Taking his time on this one. Does he have the hijack? The answer is no. Faker going down.
Any point, but he's got to get in range, and it was that they played around very well.
Knockback, using the clone to try to walk away here. Wait a bit more time. Aftershock already propped. That's one squishy Poppy now. Guma there quick to pick up the kill, but it's Elk who's in trouble. Zayas coming from behind as well. Elk's got nowhere to go. One more bullet, not enough to get the kill. But Bin and Wei are here as backup, and it might just be curtains for T1. Guma, the heal coming in. Carrier trying to body block as best he can, but Bin already grabbing another kill. Carrier now needs to get the hell out. Quick flash. Force shot will not connect. BLG will back off, likely to need one more wave. Bin feeling more confident in the 1v1. Zayas has flash, likely to be forced here. Flash out from Zayas. How long in the leap strike should be able to finish the job? Goes golden! A free. Zayas in trouble once again. Faker can TP to try and save him, but it doesn't seem like the right call. Zayas sleeping out. Knockback with the Impale is so crucial. Now forcing the TP, immediately forcing the response. But the Man Evangel will be decided BLG. Wall up there to initially break the fight. Impale to try to dissuade a little bit more, but now it's going to be Faker in trouble. Zayas getting lower. Bin finding the initial kill. Goes golden once again. Buys a brief moment. Curtain call now coming out in the extended fight. It's BLG taking control. Carrier ready to disengage if they need it. Knight finding the angle. BLG with a beautiful play.
BLG set their sights on the Baron.
On. Ulti, 15-second cooldown, looking to lock up Elk. Where's the follow-up going to go? Carrier trying to dissuade. Guma knocked back to the wall. The flash forward, going to try to finish on the first AD carry. Now he's on the hunt for Knight. Guma popping off in the clutch moment, but Bin ready to turn it right back. That's the ultimate. Counter-strike is there, but it's Bin versus all of T1, baby, and that is not enough.
Remember, you've
Carry
got the Callisto as well.
Knockback from On will be big, trying to zone out. Gets the jungler out of the picture. They instantly get the objective. Can they take the fight? Faker now locked up. He's not even going to have the chance to use the Poppy ult that he so graciously stole. Finally, we'll get it back, trying to burn it through. At least On. Carry off on the side. A massive ulti, but now Elk is ready to open up. The curtain's called. One shot, 2. Health bar's too high for him to do anything yet. They have to retreat. They have to get out. The lockup on the carry is good. They're trying to take down Guma. Guma locked up for a brief moment, but Zayas is there to body block Elk just fast enough to get away, but there's too much CC. Now it is Knight. Can he make the difference? Last dash used. Way likely to fall here. The chase down from Owner and Zayas. Top and jungle together, salvaging the fight. Flash forward from Zayas. They're not done. They want more. On trying to body block. Knight with the red buff. How many cooldowns has he got left? Owner locked up. On running, splitting their attention, but he will fall.
I like what Bin's doing. Keep the pressure on bot lane. Keep that push in, give you a nice angle to potentially create a flank. Faker now joins the squad.
Steadfast presence down. Initial route on the way is big. Impale not hitting anybody. Way forced to flash out. Knockback is good from On. Knockback to the wall as well, but Faker now getting involved in the fight. No, the Steadfast presence up just in time. Bin on the backside trying to finish off Owner, but I don't think he's strong enough. Can't go golden. GA, burn. But where's the rest of the damage? Where's the rest of the follow-up? It does not matter. T1 are just stronger in the 5v5.
Ready to go.
And Observer's beautifully highlighting. They're going in blind. They'll just now see the health bar. Faker off on the side, looking to lock up Elk, forcing the flash. Protobell flash forward from Carrier. The lockup is there. Elk's got nowhere left to go. They don't quite catch Knight. Knight now versus the world, but there is Faker to finish. The LPL champion is not done yet. BLG have an angle for a fight. On has ultimate in 10 seconds. Great Impale. Bin in the midst of 3, but is it going to be enough? He just cannot finish the kills. On now getting knocked back. The Nor is there, and T1 will not be denied. T1 1-2-1. On can knock them away, but he cannot knock them out of this game. T1 take down BLG.
It's a little bit worse. I mean, Zayas has Flash, has the explosive cast. Hans has both his summoners as well, but Hans Summer continues to put axes into the back of Zayas. The cleanse away from Hans, flashes forward. Zayas flashes away, will get the slow with the cask. Hans now in the middle of the minions, doesn't have a ward to place. Zayas can open up, and Zayas... G2 will start up the grubs. T1 are looking for a Barney. They're looking for a fight here. Mickey looking for that hook. Owner stepping forward, eats an axe. Caps and Mickey standing around the side. Caps low mana. They go into Carrier. Paranoia. There's the shockwave as well. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Broken Blade's going to look to try and keep Zeus around. One already over as Yike kills off Carrier. Ona's killed Caps though. And now Yike has to run from Faker and Gumayushi. Ona's so low in the pit. He gets two. Unsummer will answer with one. Cleanses away, but he's not going to be able to get too much more. He can get a second. Gumayushi able to win out the fight in the end. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, much ado about the map. Saw this not work out for DK yesterday. We'll see if T1 have a better affair as there's to suppress immediately. They lock them in. The shotgun coming out as well as Broken Blade tries to survive. The tower will die, but Caps is low. Faker diving forward with the paranoia on him, and Mickey's going to be the first to pull G2. All hail the retreat. Trying to get the hell out of here because T1 are hungry for blood. Faker will find another as T1 find two in the bot lane die.
And if Yike can get one more level, you actually get a nice range boost on your ultimate, but
Solar Flare. Yike puts up the shroud. In goes the stinger, and down onto the backline goes Yike. Looking at that paranoia. Mickey knocked in as well. Gumayushi has to flash away. The whirling death coming out from Unsummer, and Faker's on the flank. Carrier chased out by Broken Blade. There'll be one. Faker trying to get onto Unsummer as well. Lands the charm. Ona's there to help. The cleanse from Hans is not enough. And now it's a 3v4. T1 advancing again. Gumayushi was able to escape. Faker has another Spirit Rush. The charm goes wide. Yike and Caps realizes pretty sharpish that he can't go for it. Still charmed up. Spirit Rush forward by Faker. There's the curtain calls as well, and there's curtains for Mickey. Carrier takes him, and T1 take the Baron. They are in firm control of the game as Hans Summers overstepped two. Hans Summers down two. T1 6k ahead, a soul, a Baron, and maybe more of his Broken Blade's charmed. And T1 continue to collapse. The jump away from Broken Blade will keep them safe for a moment, but T1 are knocking on the door. A small window there to engage. They did have a little bit of vision. A TP coming in. Zeus will be the one on the front line, Faker will be the one on the back, but Zeus immediately locked up. You can see how much damage he can tank. Faker going in with the charm, it goes wide. Zeus almost falls to the whirling, death survives, and he still has the locket. Faker dodges away from the hook, Zeus going back in, and there's your contribution. Mickey falls, the shockwave from Caps. All it can do is buy him a second to wait. The flash charm from Faker. It's all done, it's all over, but the Nexus falling, T1.
limped through summer, but this is Worlds, and they are here to stay.
Broken Blade and Yike trying to do anything, but they still have the impale, the suppression afterwards with the Edge of Ishtar, the chase onto Yike, the explosive cask, and as you say, Zeus godly with his placements today. The Nexus towers fall, and T1 will go one game away from Paris and quarterfinals. Mickey gets a kill.
Next, Faker up towards that top side. I wasn't sure if they just went all in or trying to burn that flash, but Mickey.
Oh, Faker goes in with the Spirit Rush, the charm landing as well, and Mickey is done for. First blood in the first two games. Mickey dies, Ona takes the kill.
By Ari. It's interesting because Broken Blade doesn't have teleport, but Owner's actually heading towards Broken Blade rather than the Void Grubs.
Yes, looking for this play down towards the bottom side. Broken Blade flashes immediately met with a fist in his face. Broken Blade trying to get away from this. See, has to try and escape from Ona, who flashes forward. Another Vault Breaker. Broken Blade trying to dodge it. Ona holds it forever. Ona
Have some really good looks here.
BB's just finished his Mega now and he's gone in.
He still gets the Gnar into the wall. The backline, Gumayushi flashes away. The shockwave, I think, maybe a little bit early there as Broken Blade is forced low. Spirit Rush forward by Faker as T1 begins to collapse. And Mickey's first on the menu again. Faker with a Spirit Rush across the wall, looking for Yike. No curtain call connects, and G2 are able to walk away.
Great target. G2 trying to move in mid, but they could get collapsed on from behind.
There's a pincer movement brewing here.
Teleport.
See the TP behind that.
Faker.
Counter TP being used by Broken Blade. Curtain call coming in as the stopwatch is used. Dion onto the backline, jumps Gumayushi, a good shockwave as well onto Zeus. And now we see Hans Summer having to try and get away from this. Ona going in as he puts the damage down onto Caps. Ona flashing away. Zeus the same. The killer instinct from Hans Summer gets Zeus in response. Now Faker diving around the fight. A hook coming out. Broken Blade trying to get into the Mega Gnar. He'll jump on their heads. Gooba stopped them. Faker escaping. Carrier slammed into the wall. On the top side, Yike killed off Gumayushi. And they're not using the shockwave, but immediately they do. Paranoia in. Faker down. Solar Flare onto the backline as well. We see Hans Summer falling for it. Mickey trying to get into this fight. Broken Blade on his way across as well. Carrier, Ona there as well with Gumayushi trying to get away. Doesn't have the flash. Ona doesn't. Carrier goes back in with the Zenith Blade. He's a sacrifice. A sacrificial lamb for G2.
Forced to make a decision here. Is it going to be a dangerous face check, or are they going to try and get control of the mid wave first.
Mickey looking for the hook. There's the charm. Deadly Flush going in. Ona looking for that back line. The solar flare hits two. Paranoia coming out. Ona can't go in with the engage. Zeus now locked out. Pops a stopwatch to buy himself a little bit of time. He's feared though. The shockwave hits onto Ona as he looks for the engage. Goes in with a cease and desist. The Guardian Angel still sitting on Ona's shoulders. Will bring him back to life. Broken Blade with a good double arm into the wall. Ona trying to get back in with that shield from the Vault Breaker. But he will fall. Faker can't escape Broken Blade. Gumayushi now trying to dance his way away. But the eyes are on carrier for G2. They're looking for one more. Gumayushi will have the fleet. Will have the move speed from this Jhin. Broken Blade chucks a house out, can't quite land it onto Guma's back. Caps with the dissonance, there's the slow from the red buff. They dodge the captive audience, and Guma's down 2. An ace for G2.
G2 are coming!
So durable for G2, they're just bullying them.
Solar Flare, Hansama dodges, only gets slow. Broken Blade goes in with an arm only onto Ona. Zeus is TP'd in behind, and he dives onto Hansama immediately. And Hansama has a stopwatch, but he doesn't have much life left afterwards. He manages to get away with the killer instinct, but Mickey and Caps are only down. Ona face blasts the wall this time. Broken Blade left it to his own devices, and T1 clean him up. The flash in from Zeus with a counter-strike. Mickey trying to dredge line his way out of this one, but Faker's on the chase, as is Carrier. And Mickey, those hooks are sending you to Davy Jones's locker. Faker will take it. T1 will take the bite.
Mickey is gone 6 feet under, but G2 cannot fathom how T1 have got in behind them so consistently. It was a delay played on the TP. It's a delay take on Mickey because 50 seconds until Dragon will...
Wait, Zeus has hiding once again. Look at him.
You can see Mickey's only just getting off towards where the red buff is. The Paranoia comes out. It's Guma that secures the Drake. Now looking up towards the top side, Zeus caught out with the Paranoia, gets the counter-strike, but there's the fear as well. The killer instinct coming in from Hansama as they look to catch out Zeus. The rest of T1 trying to come back to defend their top laner, but Zeus will be down before they can get there. G2 find one. All Ona needs to do is get into this pit, and he might be able to snipe this away. The curtain's open, and encore for Gumayushi. Ona gets into it! And he takes it! Ona will pay the ultimate price for his ability to steal the Baron. He keeps the tankiness the minions get from the Baron buff. They'll be spawning in a few seconds time for T1. There they are. They'll help them defend. Faker goes in. Dead charge. Shockwave. There's 2 knocked up, but Zeus is already on the back line. The knock coming out from Broken Blade as well. Zeus is doing so much work. Caps down. Hansama running for his life. Faker charms up Broken Blade. Zeus is just ripping through G2. Faker survives on the backline. Yike trying to do everything he can. The Paranoia will help him take out his enemy jungler. Hansama trying to survive here. Zeus has to call off the chase, but T1 wants... So there's no deep wards possible unless Carrier has snuck his way in behind somewhere. The hook's going to land onto Ona. They look for the engage. Ona now has to burn the flash. Zeus has his TP and he's going to match the supers pushing in the top side. G2 have control of the river right now. Solar Flare, Hansama only slowed, but Caps is the one they dive into and immediately assassinate him. Caps is swimming with the fishes and Hansama is going to join him. T1 immediately pounce and G2 don't know what hit him.
T1 are forever clutch and G2 are finding out about it in the worst.
Looking to defend their world title.
A minute left on this Elder Dragon as well means that 2 more waves that you have to try and hold off. But I don't even know if you get that. Team 1 can just start to look at Nexus turrets off this wave.
It's got to be something miraculous. You've got a GA on Gumayushi, you've got Faker with the Spirit Rush, the curtain's open. I don't think G2 is getting a second act. The dive onto the backline by Yike, but immediately he is low. Caps already assassinated on the back, and T1 are just ripping them to shreds. T1 absolutely melting G2 under their Nexus towers. History doesn't repeat itself, but it damn well rhymes. It's another Friday. It's another T1 win.
Such a difficult situation to be in. Cream playing with a lot of confidence here, but the sustain from Silent is decent. Carry on the way up. Drops a little health back to keep Faker standing, but Tien, that's a flashless Ivern. Oh, he's gonna get taken down. A little bit extra healing for the level up, but it's first blood. Faker might be the one in trouble now as Mako moves in. The flash forward, the Zenith Blade not gonna connect now. The ulti coming out, he's not gonna be able to knock Tristana away. Cream walking away, standing, good dive, but the response on the bottom side. 369 needs to back up. Permafrost, perfect layering on the combo, but 369 is still living. He has the wave as well. Zeus wants to go back in for the hookshot wall dive. Adaptive defense is fading away. Red buff TES incoming. Zeus, there should be no way out of this one. The recall. A hope, a dream, the flash as well. Maybe a bit ambitious. Mako! He doesn't know! He thinks he got out! The genius play! A perfect use of Fog of War!
Kidding me?
Secret Agent Zeus! Crazy about to fade away. TES seem uncertain, but now they want to start the fight. Immediately the engage coming through. Ulti not going to connect. Full channel from Jackie Love, but everybody on T1 is still standing. Objective down. Owner secures it, and again, the discipline from T1. They won't get...
Faker spotted by the blue trinket again. Tien shadowing Cream this entire game, hoping to find the angle, but Keria is here as well. Redemption coming in, a bit more damage on a Faker, a bit more healing for Cream. Faker needs to get the hell out. Nice Tempered Fate to buy some space. Come an inevitability. You can see the brushes are set up. Cream has enough range, enough damage, but a beautiful Tempered Fate. No angle to set up on the stun, but now Zeus is going forward, getting a bit more back. Oh, double ultis coming in from the side. Owner burning down. Can they finish the kill? Flash out.
Oh, the damage.
This is such a hard 5v5 for T1. Owner locked up briefly. Chain CC there. There's the bullet time as well. Nice bit of CC coming in for Faker, but he doesn't able to connect the stun. Cream already getting one kill onto Owner. TES though, blinking health bars. All delayed a bit.
There's the TP.
TP coming in from Zeus as well. Grouping is 5. One angle. TES, can they find this one? Eyes on the ultimate of Jackie Love and 369. Daisy already falling away, however. T1 getting in just enough to bait them. Beautiful cosmic binding. Follow up. The equalizer stolen away. Owner immediately going to follow. TES peeling back, but they're running out of space to maneuver with. Now the turn back, the bullet time. An equalizer of their own. Ulti coming in. Jackie Love about to fall. Carrier going to the wall. It's a little bit over eager. TES still standing. Jackie Love still standing. Lady Carry. But Faker in the clutch. The arm guard. He goes cold and he buys a moment. TN perfect timing, but it does not matter because here comes Scuba, baby. Double coming through T1.
20 seconds.
They don't need a soul.
I don't think they have the time, but they at the very least are going to get this inhibitor.
Knocking open the base, and this is crucial.
They know.
This is desperation. If they lose this fight, they lose the game. There's a wave in mid lane that has not been tended to. Zeus coming over the wall. Immediate stun. 4K getting lower. Bullet time there. Beautiful Bard ultimate. Zeus now going to look to follow through. The damage. Cosmic binding is clean. Jackie Love down. Baron down. T1 gets the fight. They get the Baron. They're looking to take everything from Top Esports in game 1.
Owner does it again. He grabs the Baron, and T1 are going to chase down every single member. Baron is still up for another minute. Look at that poke damage.
This gold lead insurmountable. The stolen equalizer doing more than even 369 could. Zeus walking up, hitting the tower, taking their time. T1 sights on the objective. Now taking the fight as well. T1 from start to finish in control of this game. 1 or 2 small hiccups, but they've been taking over thus far. Jackie trying to turn it back. A decent ultimate, but with the Nexus exposed. T1 don't look for the fight anymore. Happy to just take. Fourth is what they want. TES, can they find the fight? Nice charm on the side. Immediately they find the killer they were looking for. Jackie Love caught out. 3 stacks available for Faker. Nice Ezreal ult coming in for Jackie Love, but the damage not enough. Feathers flying out. Members falling for the side of TES as T1 again managed to find a favorable fight. But Faker's not done. Faker! He gets the double! That much more control over the map. Potential.
That's Jackie.
Jackie Love in. T1 starting the fight. Spinning around. Not quite sure where they want to go. T1 stopped the Herald charge from being effective, and they're going to keep the fight going because they see Jackie Love hightailing it out of there. Bit of an awkward... Faker ready to go over the wall. Blast cone there as well. 3K. Owner looking to get involved. Good interrupt coming in from Mako. Equalizer now coming out in the midst of the entire team. Excellent Galliot to follow, but Mako's getting damn low. Cream getting lower as well, and Faker finally getting involved in the fight. Guma untouched on the backside, but he can't get any further forward. Jackie Love on the way out. Objective to TES.
No flash on 369 though.
Likely to fall here.
He's a chicken trapped in the pit. Are so famous for burning Barons that TS don't
Command
even
to start it.
They don't even want to take the dragon.
Excellent charm lineup is there. Support down. T1 strike the initial blow. TES, do they feel like they have to fight here? T1 looking to bully off the mid wave. Equalizer goes down. Not going to find much effect. And Faker's low. They're down a man. But the ulti now coming in. Faker able to walk away. Ezreal not going to connect. Crucially, Cream 369 ready to step forward. Jackie Love safe for now, knowing a lot of those ults are missing, knowing that Faker is out of the fight for a moment.
He's running, but 4 members, they spotted. There, the attempt to flank.
They don't have perfect information. Carrier now trying to make his way out. This charm crucially coming through, hitting 4 members. T1 is taking so much time, and Owner goes in. Owner finds Jackie. Ulti going in. Cream still stepping up. 369 taken out. Carry on the side. Slowly but surely, T1 are taking the fight. Mako looks to make the difference. The Guma goes up in the air and comes right back down, dragging the hopes of TES alongside them. As again, T1 find the fight. Faker on a rampage. Faker.
That is not the case. They are dominating.
Discipline. So solid, and now they have a lead. Now they can afford to take risks. TES caught out. Faker coming over the wall. Beautiful equalizer into 3. Now all the TES backline has been forced away from the fight. Cream isolating to 1v1. Tries to take an equalizer of his own, but it does not matter because Jackie is in trouble. Jackie trying to make the difference with the Orb of Deception. Takes him down. Zeus in the 1v1, but not for long. Owner on the way. Wind becomes lightning. Will not connect. T1 forced back, but the base of TES is crumbling.
You've got world champions inside your base. What do you do? Not a whole lot. There's no members. Only Tien and Cream trying to hold on, but they don't have the items. They don't have the wave. They don't have the wave flare. He goes in.
Charms in, but there's nothing he can do on a knife's edge for so long, but in the clutch, T1 again show up to move on to match point. Even in terms of overall gold, they're kind of forced to respond to what T1 is doing. Hook is excellent. Bob is there. Ignite 2. 369 walking up.
Darius here.
Mako going forward, not quite able to find the knockback into the wall. Tien still has ultimate. Mako taking his time. Resistance is now fading away. An excellent use of the steadfast presence. Galio coming in. Faker en route. Jackie Love isolating Guma. Faker stepping up, and Tien there to body block for the team. Keep your eyes on that pike hook. Tien pulled over the wall. Owner not quite able to find the wall bang. Tien now forced to retreat. Cream going in. Hasn't taken an ulti quite yet. Ulti response from the Poppy though. Can just keep the channel going, get that cooldown down to 15 seconds. And Zayas just trying to clear this wave as quickly as he can, but Mega is getting stacked.
He has flash.
Zayas should be in trouble, but he makes the move first! He looks him dead in the eye and says, I dare you! Mercs and Hollow Radiant, but now I understand very specifically what people mean when they say he's built different, as Pike going in, Phantom Undertow is clean, 369 running.
Oh, come on!
Hold on to the blast, but there's Owner! The blast, the knockback into the wall, the knock-up as well.
To play this, and we're making jokes because it feels like this game is just completely out of control. Maybe TS can find the turn.
This has to be it. They have to get something here, but Owner's already walked away. Taunted coming from Faker. Nice ulti coming in from Cream. Owner set to fall.
That's one. They could get a tower as well. The minion wave on bottom side. Maybe they can just push out this wave. They're not done.
Carrier going in, finds the initial stun. No, Tien able to sidestep on the Phantom Undertow. Guma. Gnar there for Zayas. Wall up there, coming in as well. Zayas getting lower. TES trying to hold on to the fights. Tien now chasing in. Jackie Love quick to follow. Guma has the ulti, has the cleanse, has the flash. Feathers go up, comes down, walks away, knows that this is not their fight. TES striking back in this crucial game 3.
The second kill plus, they can keep pushing.
Another hook. Carrier's not done. Jackie Love's out of tools. Going to the depth. Oh, it's clean! This man plays Pike. You love to see it. The ult not there for the execute there.
Area again going very deep for these plays.
Constantly off to the side, but again he has Mercs able to walk away initially. Poppy ult coming out, but it's not enough. Key pick. T1.
There's the TP.
TP now coming in. 369. Not the AP cannon again is about to just get one shot completely here. Carrier finding the kill onto 369. TES trying to fire back, but they're down a man. There might not be a Mega Gnar for T1, but they might not need it. Tien at the very least getting the steal. TES to respond. Mako. Where's the hook gonna go? Faker right on top of Mako. Cream doesn't really have a recourse here. Owner looking for the knockback, but Cream the ulti just in time. Knocking it too. Jackie Love still standing. Carrier running for the hills. It's all about this 80 carry. It's all about Jackie Love. 369. No ulti. Maybe no hope. Flashback onto the ultimate from Zayas. The taunt not gonna connect. Crucially, the stun coming in from 369. TES. Jackie Love fighting their way back in game 3. But Guma stands strong. The blades are called, the feather's there, Jackie Love gone, Carrier stepping up, the hook not going to hit, Zeus running, a close fight, but T1 still Kennen ready to go, 3K getting lower, knocked back by Owner, finishes the job, and now it's Mako who's been caught out, T1 with the Baron, they're looking to grab the pick as well, flashback from Mako, TES trying to stand strong, Zeus ready to go into the midst of the fight, knock-up not going to connect from the Galio, Tien starting to walk forward, TES do not want to let them walk away with this Baron buff, but they might have to, Tien going in, a little bit of poke going back. Jackie Love again, the AP he needs to continue to recognizing the 369. Trying to put pressure on the side wave.
Another TP.
Again, another situation. Flash out from Guma.
It's good.
Positive trade on the top side. Owner gonna get taken down. Good trap. Knockback. No, he's not!
Come on!
He gets them both! Cream chasing. No one else here, but surely he can take down Owner. Knockback, the Poppy zooming, the chain last should surely get the job done, and it will. Carrier there. Won't be. TP immediately coming in from 269, but he's behind the team. He's not looking to play for the flank. Objective getting burned down. Tien doesn't really have access into the pit. Two-man taunt coming in as well. Carrier starting to step up. Still going a bit wide, but it's Cream on the flank. Cream has to do so much, but the feathers are there. Oh, Guma usually was just one step ahead. The flank denied, but the rest of TES trying to make good. Oh, Cream put together.
Baker is down.
We talked about it earlier, but Carrier's at the point in the game where if he missteps, he dies immediately. Hook not going to connect. Mako's taunted. Wind becomes lightning. Fighting in the choke, though. Difficult against Guma, who does so much work. Easy kill pick up. TS! Caught napping! T1 obliterate them in the blink of an eye.
Is that really how it ends? Just like that? There's no Jackie, there's no Cream. They can't go these waves.
T1 continue to march forward undeterred, unstopped. Tien barely escaping But T1 aren't done. They don't even have a wave. They might not even care. Zayas goes in for the crunch. They add TES to the long list of teams that they have taken down. T1 at Worlds are Titans, and they move on to the semifinals.
A little bit far away as now could just be a team fight in. Pays doesn't actually get over the wall with that satchel. Could be an important start to this fight as Trophy's teleported in. That's going to be the grub going down, but can they win the fight? Impale comes in, kept into the sweet spot, but the barrel is so good. Still, it's going to be Chovy picking up first blood against Stoner, and T1 just not completely on vision right now as Chovy with the fate sealed, now stolen away or hijacked here as that's a solo player. It's going to connect. Great Impale as well, and I think Carrier was there for a second, but now he is just gone. So the Herald goes to Genji. They'll take a kill as well, and now Chovy looking for more as Faker just going to pop back to his Soul's S. When these teams stop just trading objectives everywhere, as Arrow is looking to connect Handshake straight into it here. And I don't think this Leona is going to last very long. That is going to be T1's first kill. They're holding on to it as best they can. Faker delivered that one.
Track off, especially after their experience against Higlhights.
Well, Canyon, he's dashing on over. Faker able to dash back whenever he would like to, but straight into the Impale. Another solar plate's going to lock down Faker, and he is likely to die. The bailout not going to work in Chovy. Yeah, he stopwatches, but now he's looking for even more. Zayas not going to get stunned up here as Keen didn't have that off cooldown just yet. Yeah, there is no smite anywhere near this pit. Chovy, can you actually stop something from happening here? As it's going to be Ona that locks this one down. Ulti from Faker finds two. He's out of there immediately. Keen's able to try and chop them up. And there goes Ona, but they'll trade that any day of the week. They have the Baron buff as Carrier, able to get the handshake beautifully. His position amazing. As Lance is in so much trouble, Zay's going to pick it up with a body slam, and Pace is slowed down as well. They're being separated and destroyed as T1 just dance on Genji.
The main course. 3K gold lead now for T1, even though the first minute or so, the Baron, they weren't able to find anything. It's the setup afterwards. This team has perfected these Baron plays. Canyon
going to connect. Canyon delivered. He finds an Impale, but he has no friends. The inner turret goes down. Hostile takeover to deliver Lehens as Keen with the dominance just trying to distract them. In goes Lehens, trying to take them away from his inhibitor turret. So he's going to be separated from his body.
Maybe feeling like in the late game they can't match. Genji gonna try and go for a Hail Mary here.
Yep, Chovy's got a cask at the ready. It is going to be Ona denying that soul, and now T1 starting off the fight. Can Genji actually find an angle as hostile takeover comes in? Carrier, he's tried to bail himself out, and it's going to work for now. The Impale is good. They take down Carrier, but can they deal with the carries? That's the question. Chovy starting to pop up, and so is Komayuchi. Chovy's cut down. More arrows into his back, and he knows that it's done. Flashing forward.
And they'll say you'll have to try better than that if you want to make it to London.
Nexus turret number 1, Nexus turret number 2, and T1 will take the first game in this best of 5, and we'll see whether Genji can do better in game 2.
From those four players.
Oh god, okay, the arrow is going to connect, the counter-strike wears off, but there's the cease and desist, and he can't flash leap strike out of that one, and even though he had the Grandmaster's might, he's still going down. Good position to start this one off. He's just beelining right in there. Paranoia comes down. They do throw out the ulti. Carrier trying to keep them at bay, and oh no! There goes Lehens, and now Faker is caught onto Keen, lands the shuriken, and he's going to wait for the leap strike. There's the max range Q, and that's Faker's Akali at Worlds, ladies and gentlemen. And this is so much more map control as Canyon's doing his very best to try and clear things out. Dustbringer should be able to help as there's the charge, and this turret's not going to be long for the world. Oh my god, the damage! The arrow's going to connect, and Lance trying to crash his way out. She says no, he has his bow primed, and it's another, oh never mind, not another charge, that's a smite coming through. Maybe it was a bait season assist, and it's a double kill. He's able to get the arcane ship, but just barely clipped by the hostile takeover, and Genji cannot do anything this game.
I mean, it's just a beatdown from T1. If game 2 is 6.
Oh god, okay, there's going to be 5 people towards this top side of the map as Pay's looking to try and get on in there. Another cast, Keen is just being thrown around by it like a ragdoll, and it's another kill for Gumayushi as a result. Genji not able to...
can get to a next item as
Yep, it's going to continue not being very possible to be able to make those advantages happen, and if Faker gets into the shroud, Zay's going to fall off the kill, and now Faker is looking to try and get in there for more. Dashing after Canyon and Keen here. It is just Faker at the moment, but now you can see they make their way in. The Paranoia comes down. Decent little utilization of the counter-strike, but Faker's going to get on the kill. Hostile takeover means Keen is dead at the same time, and Pay's almost hit by that handshake. just a beauty to watch as we're straight into it once again. Magnus Storm going to come down. This could be a pick as Carrier. Actually more tanky than we might have expected. He gets bailed out as well as Faker gets another one. Make it two as Owner is in on the action still. He's going to go down. The cast just to remove Pays, and Gumayushi is on a rampage. Keen is on the floor, and T1 is the prize that they're looking for, but it's going to get reset, and it looks like Owner should be able to take control of it. Into the Shroud goes Faker's now Paranoia. They think they might have them where they want them as over the wall goes Chovy. He's got the flank angle, and they take down Guma to start off the fight, but it has to be paid for by Keen. Now a 4 versus 4 as T1 look to rally back into position. Can they win? Next one going to be very, very scary because a 4 Drake Hextech Soul sounds unbeatable. Shattering Strike going to get a fair bit of value here, but Lahen's still in a whole lot of trouble as Faker looking for them. Still dashing forward as the Paranoia does come down. The stun is gorgeous. The execution is perfect. And now Chovy looking to try and get out of there with that spirit.
Chovy's going to do something really crazy.
Like in your waters?
Owner.
Oh yeah, Owner was thinking about it. The arrow is going to go wide, but still Spirit Rush has to be invested as Pays gets caught by Handshake, and now over the wall they go, but Owner might be going a little bit too far. You've got Zeus coming in though, just trying to be the hero, and speaking of heroes, Faker finds Pays, but not enough damage. Lahen's the first to go down in the exchange, and now Genji are scattered. Pays is dead, and Zeus says, you cannot take this belly. It's going to be Canyon.
As the turnaround is found, T1 not going to let Genji claw their way back in this game. Canyon tries to flash just to clear the wave.
Yeah, King desperately trying to hold him, but he cannot, and now it's Chovy left on his lonesome. He's going to need to be that hero as these minions are going to now join these Nexus turrets. Lahen's just trying to buy some time, and he knows that this game is over. Chovy just trying to get back to his fountain. Goes golden alongside Faker as the Nexus is not going to go down. The perfect execution of T1 in this game.
It can be difficult to play, but in a position like this...
Yeah, Faker looking for Canyon, trying to find that opportunity, scaring him with where the shot might go. Point blank, the charge, the stun, but the knockback with the buster shot is not enough, and first blood goes to Faker's Ari, and Chovy, and it is a different story when it's the unkillable Demon King that has it, as another charm is going to get him. Gumayushi executes. Lahen's, they do try and even out the fight as Faker is evicted, but T1 are still standing their ground.
Have a stacked wave on the top side. T1 have read the play effectively. Faker's on the rotation. Carrier.
Yeah, can he charge it? He does find the knockback onto Pays. There's the crash into the wall as well. Lahen's just caught out and explodes. Owner's going to grab kill credit for that one, and T1 seem to do no wrong as Genji are committing onto this Rift Herald. Chains of Corruption going to connect onto Lahen's. He's thrown down the ulti, but he's just dead. There's nothing he can do, but Keen gets rid of 2, and now Faker, he's able to dance his way out. Carrier,
and I know we've mentioned it a lot as a hold that thought Lahen's might be in trouble again, but looks like he's going to be okay. Although Guma
manages to catch him on the juke, and he explodes one more. Owner's like, all right, let's just on that Orbit Deception. As Lahen's allowed to drive once again. I don't know about it as he gets pulled back immediately, but he's able to absorb a lot of it still. The answering impale is so good. The arrow is going to connect onto the backline, onto Carrier to deny him. We'll see, it's going to be a fair bit of damage onto this one. Spear is going to be coming out perfectly. There's the twisted advance. The charm goes wide. Faker's dead. That is going to be Canyon taking him down, but it's now Zeus trying to be the hero. He catches Canyon with the Counter-Strike stun, and he's under the wrong turret. Lahen's going to go down for the 5th time, and it's a double for the other side.
Just desperately clinging on to their world's dreams.
Steadfast presence now on cooldown for a little while as T1 look to set up a 5-man siege on this inner turret. At 23 minutes, sieging is quite difficult unless the Bone Skewer comes through. The arrow is denied by the ulti from Keen, but now with only 2 stragglers here, Zeus will explode. It's Canyon that locks up the kill as Keen dives in once again. Pays able to take down Carrier, but it's Gumayushi standing tall and taking down Keen. Still a
They are not giving over Soul Point for free.
Well, Carrier is going to walk into Lahen's here. Pike so incredibly squishy. There's the teleport from Keen. The front line will arrive. Chains of Corruption do go wide. As now Lahen's, he's chunked out just a little bit, but he's going to throw his life away for a good position in a team fight. Carrier on a flank angle. It is going to be Owner taking Soul Point, but can they win the fight? That's a phenomenal ultimate from Keen, and Pays is untouched. Still Carrier explodes, pops like a balloon. Zeus has the Counter-Strike, but he has no friends. Faker dives in to try and save him. The flash on Kenobi, and it's a double kill. Pays now standing his ground. Gumayushi can't do anything, and Genji.
And the double wave
AD carry now have hit their Maokai. spikes.
All right, Bone Skewer going to connect, but the spear does too. That is a decent impale, only onto one there as Lahen's able to eat some turret shots, and he'll be okay. Man, that Primal Surge almost gave him his whole health bar back. And the siege will continue here.
I just don't think they will.
Yeah, Nature's Grasp going to cut out the arrow, connecting on Owner. Chains of Corruption just try and buy some space.
Oh,
the flash onto Faker, the knock up, and he's dead. Pace's arrows follow him into the death chamber as the impale is decent. Owner's still alive, he's so tanky, and it's going to be Yushi taking matters into his own hands. The spears go wide and the coffee goes down. It's a double kill for the Skarner, and Chovy's still alive. There's a bit of damage, but he gets over the wall, flashes, but the Bone Skewer finds him. The shame, they are not done yet. Nexus turrets stand between them and another final. He goes golden, he's holding onto the wave. He wants to take it down, he does. But another one is conga lining in. Lahen's, he knows he just has to move it away from these Nexus turrets. And he is able to stall it out. Another teleport. Baker does come back. And they'll now get their time. It is Guma that's able to melt these turrets. And Gen.G for the last 2 years have been the kings of Korea. But we know the world.
But also the X1 here. Elk and On looking for Guma Yushi. Knight coming in from the side as well. Will land the abscond, abduct. Guma Yushi still holding on to that flash. Flash down. Locks him up. He flashes the Ignite. Sticking. And BLG
at this tournament, and him eing in there, taking the trade that Knight offers as he goes straight for it. Faker as well. You know, it's one of the big things with T1 heading into this tournament. His lane phase was not great in the LCK.
Zace has to flash away. Shun looks for more, and BLG have found two. Might just look for a smite on one here to delay the full stack. Carrier caught out, though, does still have the flash and the Ignite. Locked against the wall for now. Trying to get away. The Unbreakable is not exactly that. On secures the kill. T1 did manage to sneak away a grub, but BLG will happily accept two.
Stagger that CC as well to keep him locked down as long as possible. Zeus should be fine.
He's going up towards Mega as well. He can trade in. TP coming in. T1 have the advantage. The Nav into the wall. On has no flash and only 200 HP to work with. Now that's nothing. Sent back to the fountain. Fate sealed. Out down. T1 find their first 2 kills of the fight.
TP play now. They're behind in terms of TP. The arrow connects mid.
Zeus able to walk away for now. Shadowing Strike will get the stun. The Magnet Storm coming in as well as BOG look to collapse. Already they've locked up T1 in the middle of the meat grinder, and one has gone down. Zeus falls. Baker getting chased out as well, and Bin's flashing forward. Baker will manage to dash across towards the red pin, but Guma Yushi does not have that same luxury.
To regroup at all, Faker now even under attack, he's slowed in the pit.
The TP is coming behind here as they look to try and turn this play around. Bin trying to get the damage down onto Baker here, hit him with the harpoons. Baker dodges away with the Q3 and manages to live through the Leandries. T1 finds some semblance of hope in the bottom side, but BLG are not stopping their advance on top. Owner locked up with a Glacial Prison, and he's sent packing. BLG are ripping this map to shreds.
It is often a play that Faker, teams have tried to collapse on.
See the counter attack from BLG on the minimap. They immediately beeline straight for that tower.
Oh, we didn't see that.
The Baron is at
Look
9,000. Knight with the flank position. Glacial Prison hits, and Guma is down. BLG used the Baron as a bait and immediately kill off the enemy AD carry.
Knight with an extraordinary Sejuani ultimate connecting to the AD carry.
So On was spotted as he walked towards that Razorbeak pit. The Baron down to 2,000. Knight on the front line. Owner trying to get in. Base Sealed goes in as well, but the Magnet Storm's already locked up 2 members of T1. The Impale grabs 3, and they're burnt to a crisp in the river. The arrow has to be flashed away by Zeus.
He's spectacular.
Baker's trying to get away from Knight, but the Knight wants the throne, and Baker's been pushed off it.
Steamrolled T1 here in game 1. They're looking for another inhibitor, and they're looking for the game.
Guma, Yushi, Ono, and Kerry are trying to defend the arrow once again from Elk. It hits Guma! He's got flash, but he's still stunned up. The Impale comes out, and Guma falls under his own Nexus towers. T1 still trying to defend. Zeus doing everything he can to keep Knight away. But BLG continue to advance. The first Nexus tower's down. Baker's back up. Trying to find something out of this game, trying to find some defense against BLG, but the oncoming masses are just too damn strong. And now into the wall. Baker's fate is sealed as he dives the backline and dies for it. BLG come out swinging, and Shepard been in towards the tower. You can actually see Knight using the TP here. Guma still no flash, no cleanse. The Grand Entrance going to get a knock up. Knight flashes across the wall. Shielded Durant for the double sword, and now the Flame Spitter is doing a lot of work. Guma's going to be brought back with a veil out, but can he survive? Down to 100 HP. Knight, the battle dance run keeps him alive. Owner still chasing, and he rips through Knight. Now Faker joins the party. A handshake from Carrier is one Bin did not want to take. Bin goes down as well, and T1. Carrier and Gumayushi pushing through the wave now. Paranoia coming out. Call of the Forge God is stopped. Zeus dashing forward. The shielded around for the taunt blocked by Ona. The knocker coming out as well as BLG trying desperately to defend the hero's entrance. Cancelled as T1 by 2. Shun forced underneath his turret as well as BLG are walking away wounded.
Such a good play for T1. There were a few seconds left on Bin's teleport. He could not join. They forced the dive on, looking for any recallers.
I mean, T1 is sticking around. The TP will come through.
Shun already down. Bin walks into a scarred battlefield. He'll still take out Gumayushi.
Knight goes back to base, full heal, teleport out.
I mean, the important thing here is Faker didn't reset before TPing in, so he's at half HP. Does have the quickness stolen away. The Scuttle Grab will go across. On goes in with the quickness. Knockback with the Crescent Guard as well. Call of the Forge God coming down as the dive comes in. The hostile takeover just possesses BLG. It's 2 already. The hero's entrance. A swift exit back to the fountain for Knight.
All right, BLG.
Oh, the flank.
Zeus has got behind them here. Brings the Call of the Forge God. Paranoia, paranoia. Everyone's out to get you, Elk. He falls first, still has both his summoners. On's gonna dash away. The chase comes in by Faker, steals away the quickness. A hero's entrance from Knight just to defend.
Yeah, he's
Been trading with Zeus. Quickness coming out as they look to be engaged. They find Faker. Still has the flash. Paranoia comes out. The Crescent Guard will keep Faker alive for the moment. And Carrier has a flank position of its own. Ona has the bailout on his shoulders. And Shun is already down. TP now invested from Bin or from Knight as they look to rejoin the fight. Elk goes down. On follows suit. And T1 have been able to defend Faker. They keep him alive. Faker flashes. And Knight can't find him. T1 finds
BLG's picked.
There they go.
Quickness, paranoia coming out. The quickness goes in. Gumayushi locked up. Hero's entrance going in as well as Knight looks for the back line. But already he needs to look at his own team because they are being ripped to shreds by T1. It was a valiant effort, but BLG find nothing.
T1 will strike back in game number 2 to even it up here in London.
Try as you might, T1 are on home turf.
First it down here, he has smite.
He does. Ona manages to stop it from happening. But Shun is looking for more. He flashes forward. Knight on the flank as well. Ona's going to flash away. Counter-strike out from Zeus. Not quite able to connect. And the shooter's around with the stun. His first blood.
The wave is being pushed in mid, and BLG want to punish Faker.
Faker has flash, but the flash in from On into the pullback. Faker's down.
Is sitting on just short of 1,000 gold right now. He has the Rumble ultimate as well. He's going to use it to clear the wave. They're looking for a dive.
TP coming in, might just be looking for another plate here as well. Knight going in with the taunt. Bin doesn't really have much left. Put the damage down. Shun on his way across them and will have that Lamb's Respite. Zeus already down to 300 HP. Looking for a leap strike away, but Zeus falls. Knight takes the tower. Meanwhile, the hostile takeover goes just short of Elk as he flashes to safety. BLG
Getting there first.
Ooh. Flash hook from On. They look for more. Faker goes back in, but the hero's entrance will bring Knight coming crashing down. Faker down to 300 HP. Bin now has that flank position, and the Leandri's complete. Ona jumps onto him with the Bolt Breaker and is able to keep him away from Faker for the moment. Faker dashes across the wall. Carrier's life will be forfeit to keep Faker alive. Brings out the bailout, but falls immediately after. Faker trying to escape. Knight still on the chase.
So beautifully done there from BLG. As you say, they're not done yet. Still seeking Faker.
Oh, but he didn't spot him. He doesn't actually know if he interrupted him or not. He's fishing for him. He's hunting him. Wonders if Faker's still
Goes
here.
back. Now he's seen him. Where are you going to go, Faker? Already absconded, already abducted. Elk is on his way to try and accept this kill as a tribute to him. Knight comes in from the side and will make sure that Faker doesn't have the luxury of executing to MSI and now into Worlds. They are a dominant team, and when they get a lead at 15 minutes, they have about an 88% win rate. And we've seen that so far at this tournament. Heroes entrance coming out. T1 trying to defend this mid-tier 1. Knight locked up underneath the tower, but he is damn tanky right now. And already, Ona is down. The counter Heroes entrance coming out from Faker. He stole one away just to escape the play.
So much extra power here on the side of BLG with all their money.
Faker steals away the equalizer. Bin puts one down of his own, but the rest of BLG are here to join the party. Outnumbered, outgunned. It's Knight who's locked down. The rest of BLG are trying to get into it. TP coming out as well. The hostile takeover used. Immediately locks up Bin, but look at the damage. There just is none. And now Shun is here to join the battle. Zeus tries to jump on top of him. Knight falling low. He gets the taunt though, and Bin's already on a rampage. Ona has to dash away. Guma didn't even get an opportunity to join the fray, and On doesn't want to give him an opportunity to leave. BLG 5-4.
What happened during the regular season with the income of Wei, but to bring out the Kindred now once again, the TP flank.
Hook going down, cease and desist. They're looking to lock down Shun. Kerry already fallen as the hero's entrance will block Shun from taking any more damage. Alongside that for Lamb's respite. T1 have lost their support, but can they find the fight? Zeus pulses so much, doesn't have much mana left. As Knight goes in for the engage and still lands the taunt. Gumayushi down to half HP. Zeus has already fallen as BLG continue to advance. Ona, Gumayushi and Faker trying to hold the line here. They managed to find BLG. Forcing T1 to make their final stand in this game. Ona goes in with a bolt breaker hooked in as well. The cease and desist. Silence Ultimate stolen away. A hero's entrance is followed by a second, but it looks like Faker's more like Icarus than any hero taking to the skies. Knight pumps a stopwatch. T1 go pop. Zeus locked up towards the top side. Already 4 for naught for BLG as they are looking to take us to match point.
Convincing game.
Being on that waterbout now, Zeus gets the level 2 underneath the tower, flashes away from the grand entrance, but the damage continues to rain down from Binchon tanking the tower. Zeus gets a bailout carrier, keeps him alive for the moment. That bailout will run out though, and BLG can look for a redive if they so decide to. Zeus taken down, Bin flashes away on tanking the tower, and BLG will escape.
Shun over back to the bottom side once again.
Dive o'clock, the grand entrance goes down. Zeus is overheated and he's sent packing. BLG minion takes the Highway Express to get towards this Rumble, who goes overheated. Flame Spitter going down, but Zeus is going to go back to the fountain again. No escape for him. He tries to clear the wave, but in the end, he will be put in the ground by Bin. You've got to follow up with the equalizer. You have Faker jumping in with the Absconder duck just like this. Elk doesn't sidestep. Faker dashing forward for a little bit more damage, using that passive to its full effect. Steals away the Mega Inferno Bomb. Elk has to flash it. Faker takes the tower, and Elk just dies.
In the mid lane, have the Smolder Versailles on top side.
Ona looks for Bin. He locks him up. Bin though with a great arm into the wall. Ona's going to have to flash away the lock-in invested as well. Bin holds on to his summoner. BLG beginning to collapse. The Mega Inferno Bomb coming out as well. There's the arrow. Bin sidesteps it. Zeus might have to flash the wall here. Ona on that front line. Locked up with the quickness. He dives onto Elk. Gumayushi caught up. Elk falling low though, and the flame spit is enough to burn him down in the river. And now T1 begin to turn on the afterburners. Shun has to dash across the wall with the Arctic Assault. Gumayushi can't quite get the damage down with the volley. Carrier though. He will not let you escape. Now On has to dance away with that grand entrance. Carrier looking for a little bit more. Gumayushi puts a volley in his back.
Are that team this time around?
BLG trying to defend. Glacial Prism hits onto On. The arrow also connects. Bin dashes in and back. The hostile takeover makes Shun go berserk underneath the tower, and he pops the locket, but he will go pop first. BLG starting to turn this one on T1's heads. They found 2. Carrier has no flash, but Knight has one to chase. Carrier escaping on 100 HP, but On will not give him that luxury.
Smolder plus a Ziggs. The reason why this is such a good pairing, as the arrow goes wide, but Faker's still here.
Take a look for that flank. Will seal away the quickness from On. Gets Charm, flashes in, binds 2. Equalizer on the back line as well. As Faker is not of this earth. He finds the engage. He finds everything T1 were looking for. TP'd in as well. BLG are going all guns blazing into the battle here as T1 are hailing the retreat. On dashing forward. He's only at 300 HP. Faker eats the bomb and is taken out low. Mega Inferno Bomb going in. Zeus will sacrifice himself for the good of his team to make sure the rest of T1 are able.
This game isn't going to end in 27 minutes, but the arrow
once again onto Elk. He had the flash. He decides to use it afterwards. Ona couldn't quite get in range to engage any further. Faker's taken out the tier 2 in the top lane. Shun goes in with the Glacial Prism. On there with the follow-up. Carrier though, an incredible hostile takeover puts On in his place. Ona tanking the tower. Glacial Prism stolen away by Faker as he dives onto the back line. Who else but Faker again in the end he falls. But Guma is making Shun look like a pincushion. Knight forced to flash away. Elk trying to put the damage down as well. He won't land it on Mikhail's used carrier flash handshake. Pulls back Elk. Faker trying to get with the quickness onto the back line. Gumayushi unable to open up quite yet. Bin doing the damage onto Ona as well, but already Elk is down to 300 HP. On the top side, Shun is down. The equalizer out from Zeus will save over. The LG are looking like this. They TP'd Elk into the mid lane. Has that Mega Inferno bomb. It's going to hit onto Ona. Faker able to dodge to the side of it. 3000 HP now on the Baron as BLG advance. T1 have already got the Baron though, and BLG now have to begin to retreat, but the damage coming out from Elk is absolutely massive. Faker dives in, lands on Bin. Grand entrance already locks him up. He wants to stopwatch to try and buy himself a second. Has the bailout taken on him as well, and he flashes. Faker survives somehow. T1 get out with the
Maybe even a TP flank, but he's been caught.
Unlocked up against the wall, pulled back with a handshake. The keeper's verdict finds him guilty. This Faker's hunting, and he's looking for a bit of the flash forward. Seven's Peasant's Knight able to flash away as well. The hostile takeover comes up short. The Gnar stolen away by Faker. Locks Bin against the wall and puts him 6 feet under. Shun next on the menu as Gumayushi begins to open up. Shun taken out by Zeus. The equalizer does exactly that for T1. It's going to equalize this series at 2-2.
The reigning world champions will not go down that easily.
And T1 will bring us to Game 5.
On the shoulders of Faker, T1 will go to Game 5. There is no one like him, not on this earth. T1 take us to Silver Scrapes.
Zeus already pushed the wave. Zeus is going to get the first move, but Faker under attack.
Has no flash, just his punch gets hit. There's the charm as well. And Faker might fall first in the finals of the finals. Knight gets... Zeus as well as T1 are bringing more members up towards the top side. Faker has the hero's entrance to come in from mid. On looks for the engage. The flash away is T1 disengaged for the moment. Ona jumping back in. There's the hero's entrance. Kevin gets the slam into the wall as On almost falls. He gets punched by Faker. And now Bin and Shun have to escape, but Zeus does not want to let them get away. The explosive cast knocks them back in the end. T1.
The biggest gold lead holder on the team. So much to know.
Kevin goes in, and down goes On. Kevin turns him up. And the question is, will Elf see coming in from BLG as they look
Here he comes.
to make the play? Spear rush forward by Knight, holding the charm, doesn't get stunned. The charm hits Carrier. Flash forward with the counter-strike. Carrier falls first as Gumayushi brings the feathers back and almost takes down On. Ona caught underneath his own tower, but he will fall even in the Cataclysm. BLG find 2.
Pings coming down from the side of T1 of the bot side jungle.
Zeus finds On, Shadowing Strike going in, the crash down as well. Bin looking for the follow-up here onto Zeus. The hero's entrance, and On just oversteps. Gumayushi. And
Ona very close here.
pressure on you, Shadowing Strike going wide. Shun tries to dash across the wall, but immediately he's locked up, goes in with the Cataclysm. Gumayushi pops the Feather Storm. Ona looking for the re-engage onto On. Shun down to half HP. Bin gets onto the back line. Gumayushi cleanses away, but Bin has already put him in the dirt. Kevin is next up. BLG find 2. T1 able to back away for the moment, but the TP behind by Bin as he looks for a little bit more.
Oh, they go back in.
Faker flashes in, and down goes Knight. Once again, when you need someone, when you need anyone to stand up and show just what this game's all about, it's Faker. He finds another T1 5-5, and alongside
T1 strike. Wait a second. Topside. Zeus under fire.
Zeus caught out, killer instinct in by Elk. BLG collapsing. 4 members strong. The hero's entrance.
Oh, Zeus!
Faker joins the fight. Elk with the stopwatch. Faker in the middle of them all, and it seems like death may have arrived. And his name is Faker. He's here for your lives. The rest of T1 begins to collapse. Faker's gonna fall as he pops the stopwatch. Manages to buy himself a second. Ona here to save his mid laner once again, and Faker still stands. He has ascended. He stands above it all, and he looks hungrily at that world's trophy.
The unkillable Demon King, unkillable one more time.
Knight goes in with the Spirit Rush, lands the charm as well. The first Nexus Tower's fallen, and T1 are just looking for the prize. They're hungry for it. T1 are the past, the present, and the future. A new